y'all.
Yeah. What you want to talk about?
So, how's everybody's day going today?
Yeah, how y'all day going? Y'all doing good? Maybe y'all having a good
I
time?
dyed my hair.
Yeah, baby just dyed her hair recently. Put in the comments y'all like it.
I
Let
still
her
gotta get
know.
it off my forehead, y'all.
Support her, y'all. Let her know y'all like it. And we're live. So today we're gonna talk to y'all about mental health and being your best self. So baby has confidence. She don't care what people say. So I'm gonna let her start it off with her strengths, and then I'm gonna tell y'all some of my strengths. So today, well, I'm gonna start off. So how to be your best self is accepting that you have trauma, that you have a problem. So basically, a little bit. So accepting that you have trauma, because we could say we got things going on, or our mental health is going on, or we know that we have problems, but actually accepting that we have problems is the first step to recovery. So the first step is to accept that you have the problem. So whether there's trauma, childhood trauma, whether there's painful past, like painful present, just admitting that you have a problem and it needs to be solved is the first step to healing. The second step is acceptance. Not acceptance, mindfulness. Being mindful of how you're breathing, your triggers, everything that you're going through. So, in the love journey for yourself, you can focus on being mindful of what makes you upset, what triggers you. Is it trauma? Is it jealousy? Is it being messy? Is it like being mean to people because you were being people was being mean to you as a kid, or if you're a kid. If you're a kid, that's great. You could work on it early. And if you're an adult, that's still great because it's never too late. So basically, being mindful of your reactions, being of, do you say affirmations to yourself? Like, I love myself. I love my body. I love who I am. I am grateful. Are you grateful for what you have? Or when you get blessed with $2, are you upset because you wish it was 50? Even though that's little, little can go a long way. Because if you're not grateful for 50 cents, you won't be grateful for $100. If you're not grateful for $100, you won't be grateful for $2,000. You will be like, man, I wish I had 8 more thousand. This would have lasted longer. So it's like being grateful, like telling yourself, like, I'm grateful for this 50 cents. Like, anybody could walk up to you, give you 50 cents. Are you grateful for that 50 cents? Are you grateful that they have given that to you? So it's about gratitude, being mindful of what you're battling. For me, I used to battle a fear of failure. Like, if I didn't get a job or if I didn't get accepted, that became my worth at the time. But now I'm like, if I didn't get that job, God got something better for me. If I didn't get that opportunity, there's many opportunities. That's why I love working at warehouses, because as long as you got hands and feet, you can work. And you don't have, like, and for the people that don't have a hand or a feet, you could work at an office job. I mean, you don't have to move around. So it's like Me being grateful for my limbs to be able to bring something to the table at these big firms and these big warehouse jobs, I could just work and receive money as a blessing. So I'm grateful for my limbs for supporting me and helping me throughout life. And I know a bunch of people get on here and they start talking about different things, but it's a lot of things that we need help in. So my purpose on this platform is to heal people and help people to get healing who feel like, oh, since I have a painful past or somebody did me wrong, I can't love myself. Since I have trauma, I can't be there for others. Since I have problems in my mental health, I can't receive praise and give praise. That's not true. That's not true. That's just your thoughts. Your thoughts is telling you that, oh, your thoughts is telling you this. Oh, we can't get better because, we've been through a lot. That's not true. Anybody can heal. And yeah, you might hear people say, oh yeah, if I control my thoughts, I can heal. No, it's a process. You first have to accept it, be mindful, and see what's going on. Like, you can start here. Like, say if you got anger issues, you can start there. Like, oh, you could research it or whatever. It's a lot of therapists. People say, like, oh, Google doesn't help. Google is just an online source, or online sources doesn't help. Yes, it does, because let me prove to you why. There are many therapists and healers and godly people that's on there giving y'all us step by step to healing. How to get closer to God, how to heal yourself, how to put your needs before you put in everybody else's needs before your own. How to start step by step. So there is no excuses that we can make as human beings and say that we don't have these resources, because we do. We have many resources. If you pay your phone bill every month, or you go collect internet from McDonald's, Jack in the Box, Albertsons, Walmart, anywhere you can sit down, Starbucks, and buy a coffee, then you have internet. And then you can also screenshot it. You can also screenshot things. So when you go back home, you can work on it a little bit at a time, or you can screenshot the whole thing. It just depends on your memory that you have in your phone. Right? So as a human, we can't tell ourselves that we can tell ourselves lies, or even a bigger lie. But accepting that we're not perfect, that we live in a world where people are full of imperfections, and that society standards on beauty is not true. It's not true. You don't have to be a size 2. You don't have to be 0. Hi, thank you for joining the live. You don't have to be small. You don't have to be tall to be a model. That's society standards on beauty. And don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and share this live. You don't have to be, look at me. I'm not perfect. I got a big, beautiful forehead. I probably don't got the fullest eyebrows, but I believe in my mind that I'm beautiful. So it doesn't matter what somebody else say about me.
Authentic.
Because I'm authentic. Thank you, baby. I'm beautiful. I stand up for myself. I have boundaries. I have standards. I know what I want in life. I know the dream life I desire. And although I'm still working on those things, doesn't mean I'm not capable of healing or changing. It's just mean I'm human. And I went through a lot. And I deserve to be healed. I don't deserve to walk in my family footsteps. I don't have to walk in their footsteps. I can walk in my own purpose, in my own calling. I don't have to do what a bunch of people do. And that's what I'm learning too. That I can become successful, happy, joyful without, you know, walking in my parents' footsteps. So I want to get on another topic. Sometimes we sit there and we say, oh, my parents was like this, so that's what I need to do. And it's basically an identity confusion. Just because you was raised in a different kind of household, or you was raised being strict, or you was raised in poverty, doesn't mean you have to sit in poverty because your mom was poor or your dad was poor or they didn't believe in themselves. That's their personal problem. But that doesn't mean you have to be in poverty. That doesn't mean you have to sit there and live in poverty because your parents or your family members or whoever raised you. Even if you wasn't raised by your parents. And I know your family probably told you so much about your parents, like, oh, your parents is great, they was this, but they had their problems too. And that's just to show you that nobody's perfect. And I'm still working on problems like perfection and getting everything right and doing everything right. And my girlfriend also is a big support in my life, and she helped me so much. So I always reach out to her too in return. So, just because we're hurting doesn't mean we can't heal. And I know a lot of you, even teenagers, like, y'all probably trying to see what crowds y'all belong in, and y'all doing certain things because y'all feel like this. Like, oh, I have to drink, I have to party, I have to do these things for people to like me. No, you don't. You don't have to drink. Make sure y'all comment, like, and subscribe. You don't have to drink. You don't have to go to parties because you fit in inside of yourself. You don't have to do that. It's a crowd that don't drink and smoke. It's a crowd that's made for you that don't drink liquor. You don't have to do those things. Now, if you choose to, that's your personal business. But you don't have to do anything, because I grew up and I was a teenager and I used to smoke weed and all these substances and stuff like weed and, just marijuana and stuff. And I only did that because I was trying to fit in. I didn't know where I fit in at, so I just started doing it because everybody was doing it. It was cool to me at the time. But when I stopped for a long time, I think after God removed me from that crowd, God removed me from that bad crowd. He had them portray me all types of things. And I was able to stop smoking weed. I was just around the wrong crowd. So when I got away from the wrong crowd, I stopped smoking marijuana for like 2 years. And it took them to portray me and treat me so bad and so hurtful for me to stop doing the weed, the marijuana. And I'm telling you today as a testimony that you don't have to be around that crowd. And it's safe to learn now than to wait like me when I was 17. And I'm 27 now. You could choose the crowd you want to hang around. You don't have to hang around people to fit in. I love you and I believe in you. And you don't have to fit in and hang around certain people because you feel like, oh, this is the only way that I'm going to be accepted. If I sit here and hang around these people because I have nobody. But you have yourself. You have your inner child. You probably have a supportive family. If you don't, you could talk to a therapist, or you could pray as well. So if you don't have that support system, start like working on yourself until you get that support system, if that's okay with you. Start like working on your mindset and everything. And I'm not talking to you, I'm not saying like, I'm not forcing anybody. I'm just here to help because I love helping people. So you don't have to do that. You can love yourself completely, because I've been through so much as a child, and I'm still learning to love myself. So, like, we all learning, you know. Some of us didn't get taught the right things. We didn't get taught to love ourselves, to put ourselves first, and to be there for ourselves. So, of course, you know, we're going to think that we can't heal, but that's not true. So, with that being said, we are able to love ourselves and be ourselves freely, no matter what nobody think or say or feel, because society standpoint on loving ourselves is not what we have to follow. We don't have to follow in nobody's footsteps if it's not making us a better person, if it's not making us our best self, and being a person of love. We can love ourselves wholeheartedly. Let me know, y'all, in the comments if y'all like this message. Let me know the topics y'all want to talk about and what y'all need help on, and what y'all want help on to improve your life. The comments really help me to gather information and things I know to help you guys heal one by one. So let me know, and I will be able to help. I will be going back live in a little bit. So, y'all have a good day. Bye bye.